I'm an innocent guy. I am, on my mother's grave, I am not guilty. I was raised by a respecting parents, respecting family, good family. You know, you don't touch women, you know. And I'm in here for the most heinous crime. I want a new trial, you know, because I don't feel that I was given a fair opportunity to defend myself, because the state, in my belief, fabricated a story about me that was totally inaccurate. I would never do anything to, you know, embarrass the Coast Guard. I would, you know, never. And this is included in it. You know, I was officer in charge of Coast Guard Station Provincetown, and I was sent there to, you know, to get the place going, to get it, to fix it up, you know. So I did that. We were well on our way to being a very successful unit. We had implemented a bunch of plans, you know, through my crew and I, to get that place squared away. We were kicking butt in all of our inspections. It was great. I had outstanding relationships with all the people that worked there with me. You know, we were redoing the building. We were, you know, the boats were getting better. We aced our inspections on our boats. I was on top of the world. My guys were all on top of the world. And then I got the orders. So I was officer in charge of the Coast Guard Station. And then I got orders to my dream job is to be the officer in charge of the Flying Fish in Boston. If you talk to the people that I worked with at Provincetown, I was just like that. I mean, I wasn't walking around with any chip on my shoulder or anything like that. I was down there splicing lines just like they were, scrubbing the boats, driving the boats. It's one of the guys, you know. There's, you know, you can't trust the system. You can't trust the system, you know. I know one of the guys doing 15 years back there, and he's in tears all the time. You know, the guys that are guilty, they can sleep. The guys that are not guilty, they're doing 15 years, they can't sleep. How can a guy that lives for helping people and gives his entire adult life to helping people and saving lives, something so disgusting? I mean, I'm asking a question, but I mean, I wonder. I gave my entire adult life to saving, and I've risked my life several times to save people. How do I go from that to being here? You know, so I busted my ass, you know, forever, you know, working my way up through the system, you know, and building a good name for myself, and that's probably what has saved me. You know, not from the state of Massachusetts, but from everything else. Offered several plea deals. I am not ever, you know, going to say that I did something I didn't do. The possibility, you know, I'm eligible for parole here in a couple months. And if I went in there and said, you know, I'm sorry, you know, I have changed my ways. No, I'm still the same guy. I am still exactly the same guy, you know, and maybe a little bit more looking over my shoulder, but I'm still the same person. I am just as not guilty now as I was back then. And I am not going to say I did something, I didn't do it. Even if it's a lesser crime, I didn't do it. I am not going to say I did something I didn't do. Yeah. And some people love me for it and back me 100%. And some people, you know, especially people in here, it's like, go ahead and, you know, admit to it and get the heck out of here. No. You know, chances are I'm going to wind up doing my entire bid and not flip this. I'm going to do my entire 4 years, not flip this case. That is a definite possibility, but I am still going to, my own, you know, sense of self-worth or whatever, or my own pride, I am not, imagine my kids, you know, oh, so Dad did something like that? guilty, you know, and maybe, you know, the truth is not good enough to clear my name,